today we are going to talk about technology. But before that, I would like to let the word for our co-hosts to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Elise.
Great. And my name is Christo Hubenov, and that's actually the most interesting thing we're going to talk about today, and in greater detail, is that Apple announced its newest product, the Apple Vision Pro, this February 2nd. It went live in the US, so that's pretty interesting. Have you actually, because for those who don't know, Apple Vision Pro is basically a VR headset.
Have you seen the video where it's in the train and this guy's with the glasses on and he's typing on his keyboard and it looks like he's doing absolutely nothing, but she's actually doing so much.
Yes, absolutely. That's really insane.
Yeah, and it's insane for sure because people are like standing around him and they're like looking at him. What he's doing? He's just typing. Yeah,
it's a completely new site. People are a bit scared. I even say like they were not believing. I'm not sure if you know, because we haven't witnessed this era, but when they introduced the iPhone and when Steve Jobs was on stage and he showed that he can touch actually, and people are like mind blown. And now it's the same thing. It's the same thing but with VR, and it's actually pretty good in terms of privacy because that way nobody can see what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because when you're in public, everyone can see your computer.
Yes.
But with the VR, it's only you.
Yes.
But some interesting facts about this specific headset: it is mostly targeted to three categories, to work in three categories. These are entertainment, work, communications, and even you might say capturing memories. So it's pretty advanced headset. Apple actually made over 5,000 patents to make this project possible. It was developed for like decades. So it's pretty long-standing project. And some of its characteristics are pretty insane. On the outside, I'm not sure if you have seen it, it has a lenticular display. So this allows you to display an image of you, which you do as a pre-scan, and then everyone around you can see your eyes from different angles. That's what the lenticular display is doing. So it tries to make a connection with you even when you are in this VR environment. So your eyes are popping out of that. Another cool thing is that Apple actually included very high level of precision eye tracking. So this is basically infrared eye tracking in the VR headset. And it tracks the movement of your eyes. So that's the thing that this headset is very interesting about, is that you don't have controllers. You control it with your hands. So you put it in, and to select something, you look at something. For example, imagine 15 icons appearing from you. And to select it, you just look at it and tap your fingers, and it opens. There are no controllers, there is nothing. Yeah.
It's changed in the future, in the environment we live in. It's a huge change. It's going to be, how do you think, is it going to be bad or a good thing for the future?
That's the thing. It's pretty, there is a dystopian aspect to it for sure. We can't be sure what will happen from now on. It depends on how we adapt with the technology. But it's pretty interesting. I think it has the potential to help a lot because it can elevate your experience of working. You can actually, it works very well with Apple products, and you can connect it. This is not an Apple, this is not an Apple ad, but I'm just saying how they achieved it and how it's probably going to be done in the future. So it works very well with Apple products. And for example, you can connect it with the laptop, and the screen of the laptop will appear from it, and you can work on your keyboard like it. But you have also 10 other screens around you, and you can interact with a lot of information at the same time. So I think in terms of entertainment, it's going to be, of course, mostly used for that, to watch movies like in a theater. But in terms of work, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how it's going to be.
Do you think it's going to be helpful for people with eye problems? How do you think?
Maybe. Actually, what Apple did is that, for example, if you have an eye problem, they allow you to have a prescription lens developed by this company called Zeiss. They are an European-based company, and they make lenses. So if you have, for example, a diopter, you can select what's your diopter, you can purchase the glasses, and they magnetically attach to the Vision Pro. And the Vision Pro itself automatically adjusts its lenses inside based on where your eyes are, for optimal experience. So in a way, it can help. It can elevate the experience of people who have vision problems in a way. It's not going to solve the vision problem.
Yeah, it's going to be just helpful.
Yeah.
So imagine in the future, you're telling your architect to build your home, and he gives you the glasses, and you put the glasses in, and you can walk around the house,
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing it all over you.
Yeah, like you're in the
yeah,
house.
you're in the house,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be so interesting.
Absolutely. And I was going to say that same applies to work. For example, if they're developing projects or for skyscrapers or houses, they can see them now in 3D in the real world.
Wow, yeah.
And you can present much better in this world.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much easier.
It's going to allow you to share your ideas.
Yeah, you're not just seeing it on a laptop as a project. You're gonna like turn around everywhere you see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting and optimistic if we manage to do it in a balanced way.
Yeah.
I was going to say. And same as I mentioned with communication, bringing people closer together.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm going to go back to this new source about probably the dystopian parts of society. As you mentioned in the beginning, there was a news coverage to a person wearing Apple Vision Pro and being in his Tesla and driving.
Wow.
Which is like, so you're
imagine
in a self-driving car, you're putting the car and it's driving itself and you're in
a glasses.
Yeah.
Wow.
But currently it's a little bit scary to do it
so dangerous.
Yeah, you don't have to know what's going to happen.
Imagine if there's a bug. Either in the car glasses. Or the glasses.
You're dead.
How are you gonna like solve the problem at the moment? You're not.
Yeah. You won't be aware that
you're gonna crash.
Yeah. So and another interesting thing is that Apple Vision Pro allows you to see memories in a different way. That's why I mentioned capturing memories.
Because memories.
Because now with the newest iPhone models, you can actually capture spatial video because their cameras are positioned so that the main camera and the wide camera, they are right on top of each other. And when you capture a spatial video, it captures more information. And when you watch it on the Vision Pro, it's like you're in the memory in what you captured.
Yeah.
So you can relive these memories. Imagine like making videos of, for example, you're on the beach.
Yes.
And then you go to the Vision Pro and it's like you're still there.
Yeah, you're walking on the beach and actually that's a memory.
Yeah, that's a memory.
Whoa.
So
that's so interesting.
Pretty interesting technology as well. And it's
what's gonna happen?
You can watch your actually panorama scene like that. So it's like once again you were on the mountain, let's say. If you talk on the panorama.
Wow, that's great. That's scary and it's interesting and the curiosity is burning. Definitely. What's gonna happen?
Imagine like if the kids get used to watching you from the glasses, they're like going to get used to your facial expression, like having the glasses. Can you imagine? That's so strange. And when you're without glasses, they're like, where are your glasses?
And you're actually capturing those moments to see them in the future, to remember.
But you miss the present moment.
You're missing the present. That's don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
And that's why Apple did it with the phone, so that if you want to capture a moment with the phone, it's not that intrusive, so you can capture it for a few minutes or seconds and then grab it. So that's why they are investing into this. But it's definitely pretty strange, and there was backlash from the people because it's insane.
Yeah,
and it is very dystopian. There should be, I believe, some kind of regulations or a way to ensure that people know their limits, that they're not spending too much time in this world. Because, definitely it has many positives, but it is a little bit.
A lot of negatives.
Yeah, and actually we know that currently there are statistics that say that people are most isolated now. Like they're spending more and more time alone. And less time with friends and family, like the time we spend together interacting with people is decreasing, and this can definitely lead to depression, anxiety, and all sorts of other problems because we are social creatures. We are designed to interact constantly, to just analyze expressions.
Just like the COVID time.
Yes.
Everyone were locked, and when they were released again to socialize, they were like not themselves. Everybody are like introverts, not liking to talk again with people. I have a friend of mine, and she said she's been in depression for 2 years because of the COVID, because she was locked for a year and she was not talking to anybody, and she lost the feeling. She's okay, but it's not her true self.
And definitely technologies like this can multiply this effect. I'm not sure if you've seen or not seen, but you probably know the algorithm of TikTok, how it works. So for example, if you're depressed, you begin to watch more sad videos, and it starts to feed you with these videos over time. And suddenly, the more you're not only spending more time alone, but you're spending more time watching sad videos, and you are feeling worse. Actually, you're feeling better.
It's getting worse.
So it can multiply these effects, because for TikTok, what it cares is that you watch the platform, so they can get revenue from ads. They don't care what you watch. So it can make it worse. And imagine that on like a this scale.
The glasses.
The glasses on a scale of glasses. It can definitely have negative implications. That's what I'm saying, that there should be balance in a way. And another interesting thing is that because we were mentioning, because still Vision Pro, although it's dystopian, it's still something that you can remove right from your head. But Elon Musk, with this Neuralink company, they're trying to implant chips in the brain. And there's actually they not only got FAA approved, but there is also a human now, the first human in the world. Recently, he was implanted.
I heard those news.
Right. And it's like,
it's scary.
Because now you can't remove it. It's part of you. You're becoming fused.
But they said they did it for a good.
Because the person was sick.
He cannot move his legs, or was it? I don't know. And he just think of turn on the TV. And it turns on.
From that perspective, it's good.
Just all the good.
For the good.
Yes, not to put everyone in. Be slaves
absolutely
and control them.
And another scary thing with this is cyber attacks. So
absolutely.
imagine, because currently the Neuralink is not feeding information in your brain, it's just reading. But imagine when the future comes, they develop a chip that feeds information in you, and it gets hacked. What will happen with you? They can literally...
You'll be a robot.
Yeah, definitely. Or it's insane, because now we're augmenting ourselves with this technology. And cybersecurity becomes even more important. All of the movies we've seen about these dystopian things, like holograms, creating AIs that are going to, you're going to fall in love with, or for example, AIs not teaching you only, but raising you. They're becoming a reality with these things. So it's pretty insane.
Imagine falling in love with
computer, with the software.
What you gonna do? Go everywhere with your glasses on and spend time.
You
with
literally bring it anywhere with you. You can be on a date.
Wow, that's so lonely.
I can imagine that. Finish up with today's episode. I'm going to say something cool. I saw a woman who was cooking with the Vision Pro. It actually tells you how to cook the things. Wow. It puts a timer directly over the thing you're boiling. And you can, when you look at it, you see how much time you have left with the timer. It's so cool. I think that way people now will be more incentivized to cook and eat more healthily
and do activities. As well.
That's the thing. I hope that it incentivizes you to move instead of sitting on the couch and not doing anything. I hope that that's something that Apple tries, or other companies as well. Thank you for today's episode, which was really happy.
We were Ellipsis.
We were Ellipsis. I'm Christo.
I'm Elise, and we're
see you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week. Have a great evening. Bye bye.